I'm still a big fan of Bitcoin because I think it is, digital gold. But what we've seen in the last, really in 2025, is the financial services industry and crypto are converging. And it really started with stablecoins, which is the chat GPT of crypto, right? Because it's viral adoption by consumers, businesses, banks, and now even Visa. Underneath the stablecoin industry is Ethereum. That is really like the backbone and architecture of stablecoins. So it's important to create a project that essentially accumulates Ethereum to essentially protect and have some influence on the network. So that's why we're creating this treasury vehicle to buy Ethereum. The more Ethereum that's accumulated, the more secure the network is. And I think it's also sort of the architecture that future banks will have. When Goldman issues a stablecoin and JP Morgan doing it on Ethereum, as a layer one blockchain, they're going to want to secure it by staking Ethereum. So we're trying to get in front of that by creating a treasury vehicle.
And just so I understand, it's safer if you own more of it. Explain why that would be.
Well, Ethereum is a proof of stake network.
Right.
So unlike Bitcoin, which is proof of work and miners do all the work for you, and that's why you have decentralized trust, in Ethereum, it's important for these entities to essentially validate transactions. So by becoming a staking entity, you're sort of securing the fidelity of stablecoins. So you don't want a stablecoin like USDC or USDT to be on a blockchain that's outside the purview of the US. And so I think Ethereum is a high quality, the second largest blockchain network, and it's over 51% of stablecoins, and
right.
30% of all fees on Ethereum are actually stablecoin revenue.
So we even have the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, talking about how stablecoins could be very positive. He likes them, likes to see what's there. But you're basically saying with this, and we've also seen what happened with Circle, the stablecoin issuer,
yes.
Huge run-up after their IPO. So you're basically saying that this is the new Bitcoin, you're getting it at a very early stage?
Correct. That's right. Because let's say stablecoins, which is $250 billion today, gets to Treasury Secretary Bessent's reasonable $2 trillion. That's a 10 times increase in size. By the way, already stablecoins are the 12th largest holder of treasuries. They'll become the number one holder by then. U.S. dollar dominance is 27% in GDP terms. It's 57% of central bank reserves. It's 80% of financial trading transactions. It's 100% of stablecoin denomination. So by getting to $2 trillion, you're ensuring dollar dominance. This is very good for the U.S., but $2 trillion of stablecoins is a lot of network fees for Ethereum.
So Bitmine immersion, what you're...
And as President Trump has directed, we are going to keep the U.S. the dominant reserve currency in the world, and we will use stablecoins to do that.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, well, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And I told you that we would get a first quarter pullback, and that's what happened. And then also I told you that tariffs would get stepped up, and that's what happened. Layoffs would pick up. That's what happened. So the Crypto Teacher gives you a warning like Noah and Gilgamesh, whichever one you want to call it. But we will get some type of reset this year. Most likely stable coins are the catalyst. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten. And more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto moving up slightly as I'm doing this video. I do see us pulling back a little. And then, of course, we have options July 3rd earlier because we do have July 4th on Friday. So, guys, don't forget. And in stocks, we have stocks flat. And today is quarterly options expire for stocks. The only reason why stocks didn't pull back is due to the manipulation. And we're going to go over that really quick. So, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, the long end down. And remember, due to these auctions and the repo, we've had yield rates drop over 25 basis points. It's like the Fed doing a rate cut. That's like $50 billion. That's the only reason why the stock market stayed above float is due to the manipulation. So we saw stocks move up artificially. You have to pay attention to all the moving pieces. And we have the dollar right now down. And again, we know the dollar is going to be devalued. We have volume in crypto. We have Tether and USDC. And we have the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, says stablecoin legislation could be finalized by mid-July and expects it to boost demand for U.S. Treasuries. And guys, we know they have to buy U.S. Treasuries if you want to be a stablecoin issuer. So, of course, it's going to boost Treasuries again artificially. And all it takes is one depegging, and then all this falls in the hands of the central banks. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then we have the Fed. Repo at $285 billion on Friday. Make sure you're pulling it on a daily basis during the week. And we know the Fed wants to keep rates high for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution. And we have the Trump spending bill will be a catalyst for a few stocks. So we'll see if they can push it through or whether we're just going to get more drama. But that's only going to be a quick shot in the arm because remember, guys, we have to refinance over $10 trillion at the end of this year. So we know the Fed has to cut, but also by that time, the labor market would have gotten weaker. Now we have Jerome in the House tomorrow, and he's going to be speaking at the policy panel discussion. And Jerome Powell only has a few months, and then he gets to ride in the sun when there's going to be a whole lot of chaos because the machines are about to take over. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And remember, they're selling all this technology. It's either we don't have enough people, the jobs are too dangerous, or nobody wants the jobs, which we know is definitely not correct. But they cause the problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. And we know that solution is that universal basic income. And that's the reason why that stablecoin bill is so important. And then we have Texas Governor Abbott signs gold and silver as legal tender. I want you to understand something. A lot of y'all, it's legal tender, but you really can't use it. Don't forget, gold and silver is going to be tokenized also. And now you have Texas with Bitcoin, gold, silver, their own stock exchange, their own power supply. They're getting ready for the new digital economy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, we have the Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, Blackrock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs right now are up. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have BNB Chains, Maxwell, mainnet hard fork, goes live today, slashing block times in half. And then also we have Back Finance debuts tokenized stocks on Bybit, Kraken, and Solana's DeFi protocols. And we see these crypto exchanges leading the charge for these tokenized stocks. And we know eventually these big legacy stock exchanges are going to tokenize stocks. But of course, they're going to let the privacy sector lead the charge and then take it over. And then lastly, we have Robinhood announce they will offer tokenized stock trading in the EU and that they're developing their own layer 2 blockchain on Arbitrum, and who also is using Arbitrum. Just now, Gemini doing tokenized stocks. And the reason why crypto is so important, because it introduced the buying of a piece of an asset if you can't purchase the whole thing. And that's going to bring so much more liquidity to the actual markets. So Bitcoin, no, if you don't have 100,000, you still can buy a piece of it. And now the same thing is going to be with stocks. You can't buy a full share of Apple, a full share of Nike. Now you can buy a piece. It's going to bring so much more money to the actual markets. That's the good side. But then we also know the bad side, where all goods are going to be tokenized, nothing physical. We see that with books and music, the first ones that go digital. And by tokenizing everything and putting it on blockchain, nothing is real. And that's including your money. Nothing is really moving. Your life becomes a real life video game. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.